Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the Traction channel for what is the first live Project Motor Racing stream. In fact, yeah, it is actually the first time we've ever been live on Project Motor Racing on this Traction channel. We have, of course, covered previews of the game on the build-up to it months before, but we finally have our hands on essentially a preview build of the game, and today we're going to be testing specifically the multiplayer. This will be the first chance we actually have to do any sort of multiplayer driving or testing. So we're going to do it live. We're going to do it on stream so that you guys can see for yourselves what it looks like, what's actually happening, how it works. Of course, it's still early. The game hasn't released yet, so we can't come and play with all of you online at the moment and test it that way. But we're going to try and get as many folk as we can who do have access onto the game and get some races going. So it's not just me today. I'm also joined by Tom and Ross as well from the Traction team. Hello, guys. How are you getting on?
Hello. Yes,
Hello.
I'm feeling wonderful. How are you?
I am also feeling wonderful. There's just, I mean, it's a whirlwind really, because obviously we've only just got access to this, so there's a lot of stuff to work through in terms of preparing this for example, our Traction review, which should hopefully be on its way early next week. This is not a review, I should be very clear. We're just testing the multiplayer. It's all part of the process of learning what the game has in order to actually review the game. That'll all be happening next week. So, but yeah, I'm feeling good. I'm very intrigued to see how multiplayer feels and looks and works. How about you, Tom?
Yeah, intrigued. I mean, we've got to test it. So, not excited, not cynical. We've just got to try it and see what happens. But yeah, just to your point there, John, this is part of our normal review process, right? Like it was with Run Sport and stuff. There's some like multiplayer testing before we put our review live. That's what we're going to do today. But as we're allowed to live stream it, you're going to see behind the curtain a bit.
Yes.
So we're not going to do single player stuff. We're going to see if the multiplayer works. And to that point, John's on PC, Ross is on PC. I'm going to try the crossplay. I'm on a PS5, and I'm going to use the gamepad or a basic Logitech wheel, because I think that's what a lot of people will also want to know as well.
Yes, that's a very good point. So we can kind of each give our perspectives on what we're seeing, what we're feeling, and yeah, hopefully test not only the online but also the cross-platform and all of these sorts of things. We'll show you some of the processes there, and I'll be creating lobby live in just a second for the first time too. So yes. Right. Oh, random call sign saying the game won't detect his pedals. That's not a good start. That's not a good start. There will be content coming out, by the way, on this game this afternoon as well. But as I say, I'd highly recommend, wait until you see our review. I always say this for games, but wait until you see our review before you make any big decisions on this. But you will, of course, see content coming out. You won't see any reviews till next week. So I just thought I'd make that
From
clear.
other people.
Yes, from other people, not from us. Sorry, Ross.
So on the hardware front, I'll probably just start by saying what I'm using. So I'm using a Moza R21 Ultra wheelbase with I think it's an RS2 steering wheel, circular steering wheel. But the pedals, I don't know what pedals random call sign uses, but I'm using the Moza M Booster pedals and CRP2. So they were detected like no issues whatsoever. And also my Huizenveld mag shifter was picked up, no problems at all, and the handbrake as well. So quite a mix of stuff that's like been picked up like straight away. So
Yep, I had no issues at all getting my hardware connected and working. So unfortunate for Ricardo. Hopefully he gets that sorted. Obviously, all we can do is test what we have in front of us. So you have no issues, Ross. I'm using SimuCube stuff and a Fanatec shifter with SimuCube bass, SimuCube pedals, SimuCube wheel, and yeah, no issues so far for me. Just before we continue chatting, I am just going to start creating a server in the background, so I'll let you guys watching the stream see how that process looks. So I'll just get rid of my face so you can see the full screen. But
Is it a server or is it a lobby? Or is that for a debate for another time?
No, that's a debate for right now, Tom. So let me just talk you through. So as you can see, this is the multiplayer menu. On the left, you've got ranked, you've got custom lobby, and you've got social. Now, very quickly, I'll explain briefly what these things are. You've also got a blocked users section, which is blacked out for now. I wonder for how long. Social is essentially like fun races. So you go in there and that'll be for your kind of non-ranked, non-serious public lobby races. Custom lobby is where you can create your own lobby with your own rules, and that's what we're going to start with today. And we also have the ranked races, which is of course the system that has a sort of safety ranking, driver ranking, and all of these things in organized races. So there you go. But yes, Tom, custom lobby as opposed to potentially a server. We don't really know yet. Do you want to have that discussion now?
Well, just quickly, there's no ability, as far as we can tell, to rent a dedicated server, and that may be something further down the line. But this is a lobby. You know, if you think Gran Turismo lobbies, Project Cars lobbies, games that are also on console that have a lobby, as opposed to like server rental.
Yes, that makes a lot of sense.
We believe the ranked service is on dedicated servers, but the lobbies may not be. I think the term when I asked a few months ago was like a hybrid system. What the mechanics are, that I'm not sure. But anyway, what we'll do is test out how they are now, and obviously this is our performance with just a few media content creators and some of the developers. I'm sure will be online as well. Come launch day, there'll be a lot more people. So we're not going to say a definitive verdict on the stability for launch day, because you never know with these things, right?
Yeah, for sure. It's literally just a live first impressions of what's going on here, and obviously we'll call what we see. You guys will see it on screen as well, so you'll be able to see hopefully just as much as we do, and we'll obviously bring you some opinions and things as we see them. Now we're just setting up the first race. We're going to start with an NGT race around MoSport. I'm just looking at the server settings here. Should we have assists authentic, or should we? The only options here for assists are authentic or force on. Now I don't really want to force on assists, but I don't know if by forcing them on it allows assists, or whether it's just go authentic.
Ooh, I'd like some assists, please, on the gamepad.
Let's go force on, and then we can hopefully. Well, that's good. It's a good test, right? We can change that hopefully. So let's leave them on, and then hope we can turn them off manually, if that makes sense, ourselves. What else we got? Lobby settings. That's what we were just in. So you can have max 32 players in a lobby. We've got crossplay enabled. Now, session-wise, we're going to do no practice. We're going to go straight into a very short qualifying. Let's do 5 minutes qualifying, because we want to get some races done. Let's do like
I think forcing them on will allow you then to customize them to turn them off if you want.
Yes, I hope so.
Yeah. Also, just to note as well, if anyone is experiencing hardware issues at the minute, I mean, I suppose we're only talking then to the content creators and media, because that's 30 people with it at the minute. But allegedly, you can delete your save file and turn off the Steam Cloud data, as there's a conflict with the old files. But as we're not on Ricardo's stream, that doesn't help.
Yeah, poor Ricardo's stuck. I'm just turning time progression on an auto.
There we go.
Yes, it is strange, isn't it? Because we're wanting to show you guys how this game looks and what it's all about, but we're also don't have access to this yet, so it is a bit of a strange one. Like everyone experiencing these problems and going through these challenges are all content creators or reviewers or all these things. So it's always a little bit of a funny time in a kind of game development cycle or game release cycle.
Of course, there is no extra early access if you pre-order a fancy edition for this game. I don't believe it is all just on the 25th of November on the PlayStation, the Xbox, and the PC.
Server has been created, by the way, guys. So I've gone with we're doing an NGT race at MoSport to start off with, single class. I did set assist to on, but it's now saying authentic. Now, did I get that wrong? I swear. Let me just see if I can change that.
Oh well, the viewers will be able to tell.
Yeah, if you could go back, viewers, and watch the stream. Did I set the assist there to on? I thought I did, but it's showing up as authentic for me now.
Oh well, we'll roll with it.
Tom's going to be in the wall.
I'm in, and I'm on a PlayStation. So everyone else is on PC by looks, but no issues on the crossplay at this point.
Yes, so you can see on the left-hand side, thankfully my face isn't hiding the screen, but yes, TraxionGG is Tom. He's got the little symbol, the little PlayStation controller, so you can see everyone else is on PC. I'm guessing that the little symbol there suggests console. So there you go, and you've got a ping number, we've got a class, we've got an option to ready up, well, although I can't see that option. Oh no, it's just enter for us.
I changed vehicle as well. Let me just do that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it might be that everyone has to ready up. We'll have to find out. Now, I don't know what cars are good here, but I'm going for the Morgan because Morgan.
Well, I have done a little bit of NGT driving so far in our brief times with this, and the class seems pretty good. I would say the racing against the Marcos Mantara, it seems to be way quicker than everything else. So hopefully no one goes to Marcos.
And which car has Ross got?
There you go.
Just the default choice, I think.
I'm just showing the users all the car options as well. So you've got the Porsche 911, the Tuscan T400 TVR, you've got the Mosler, hope someone goes to the Mosler, the Morgan Aero 8, which is a British GT classic. You've got the Marcos Mantara LM600, which I'm not sure about, but we'll maybe talk more about that a little bit later. The Gillette Vertigo, of course, the Gran Turismo Legend in its Gran Turismo yellow livery as well. You've also got a kind of tartan number on there. Dodge Viper Competition Coupe, and the BMW M3 as well. So a couple of cars that weren't announced until, well, now, I guess, in there.
Yes, I think we just announced the Viper.
Yes, here it is. This is it, live announcement right now, and it's probably already on the Traxion website, if I know Martin.
Yes, actually it is. Yes, we have a full launch day car list and track list on the website live immediatement, and you can have a look at that if you want.
There you go. So one thing I'm finding frustrating at the moment, so I'm the host, I've just set up the lobby. Okay, we seem to have an issue there where I thought I selected the assists on and it seems to be authentic. Now maybe I didn't confirm it, so I'm not sure about that. Oh, it says I set it to authentic. Okay, it was my fault. But still, alright, so that's my bad. I've set it to authentic by mistake. However, now that the server's here, I really wish as the host I had the option to edit it, and I don't seem to have that option. So that's a shame. It would be great if even if it was certain things I could edit. Maybe I couldn't edit some of the fundamentals because, you know, when you create a lobby, people join based on the settings, but I really wish I could change the assists now and I can't. So anyway, it is what it is. That's good testing.
Shall we ready up?
Yes. I'm waiting for everyone else to ready up, but I think I'm just going to go for it. Now, what happens when I ready? Because I'm the host. Does it start the race? It does. 60 seconds.
Yeah,
countdown.
starts the countdown, yeah.
Ah, that makes sense.
So
Good variety of cars here, and I suspect a field spread of abilities.
well, Ross and money's on Ross and the Marcos for this one. I should just be clear as well here. We obviously have a lot of people in the lobby. This is, I think it's 11 people. This will be a mixture of obviously content creators and people who have the game early, but also maybe some straightforward studio devs as well.
I see some
So-
S4 usernames there, so I'm going to assume that that's straightforward.
Yeah, there's no password on this, so basically anyone who's got access to the game at this
Yeah.
stage will have access to this lobby. So hopefully we can try and get enough people in to make it work like a proper race. Okay, straight into qualifying.
Right.
I'm just going to drive.
Having not driven this car or track combination. Wow, someone went flying past in the Marcos. Oh, that must be Ross.
Not me. No,
Oh,
that's
okay.
fine.
Okay, pit limiter is
don't you even
disabled.
have the...
Ooh, someone's slow in pit lane.
That was me. Not working out which button it was to
Or are
disable the...
Are you in the Morgan, Tom?
Yes. But I'm going now, so we're good.
Right, this is my first ever lap in the TVR as well. I've put the face cam in the top corner, guys, so there's nothing that you can't see. So basically everything on screen, the HUD and everything, there's nothing behind my face, so you should see everything.
Now then, which button is look behind? And look left and look right. There we go.
We've only done a 5-minute qualifying session.
Oh, someone in the BMW was spun.
Bit of lag there.
You have to actually warm your tyres up as well, which is good.
Oh, yes. One of the settings can be that you can turn that on and off. I don't know if we did it for this lobby, but I've seen it elsewhere in the game where if you're doing like a custom single-player race and you can't be bothered with the tyre warming, you can switch that off. Or you leave it authentically where everything is stone cold.
Just to
which is
flag
what we're struggling with now.
there, as I was following the BMW and Tom was telling you that, I'm sure you guys saw it, there was horrendous ping there. Or horrendous lag from the BMW, just jumping backwards and forwards, which is not good. So that's the first thing we've seen.
People can't see my perspective. I'm behind someone in a gilet, and I'm driving terribly, but I'm obviously on the PlayStation. Everyone else is on PC. I've got no issues so far. But we'll have to see how the race goes. Yeah, the only issue is lack of talent.
It's not running super smooth for me right now either.
Ben Collins has reminded me. It looks like I've got a very stable frame rate at this end.
I'm running between, so I've got the game should be aiming for 60 frames. I've actually got the graphics turned down quite considerably right now, so it's not low, but it's probably medium, I would say, around about medium. And I've got quite a strong PC. The specs are in the description below. And I'm getting probably between 45 and 60 frames, but it just seemed to kind of like, it seems to almost slow down a little bit at moments, so it's not, there's like almost a, I can't explain it, but it's like a slow motion effect briefly at times, which is just really strange.
Are you healing and are you blipping on the downshifts?
Yes, I am.
Yes. One thing about these old NGT cars, so this is basically like British GT from the early 2000s. That's what these cars are known for, which I think for all of us as Brits who grew up watching this championship in the early 2000s. I mean, I was very young, but I have watched all the races since and used to watch it on Motors TV and stuff. It's very nostalgic to actually be able to race these cars.
What I've done by using the Traxion PlayStation account is mask my name so people can't see that the guy weaving around and smashing into people by accident is me. Although I've just
Very
said it on live
clever.
stream, so but you know.
I've got a lap in. I am, yeah, it's not great performance-wise for me, I'll be honest, and you can probably see that on stream. It's just not running very smoothly, and that's not the first time that that's been the case, let's put it that way, in our brief testing so far.
So I'm just going to counter that with the PlayStation 5. Everything's running very smooth. My eyes are telling me something like 60 frames a second across platform, so that's impressive. But I do say that the base PS5, which I'm using at the minute, the fidelity could be sharper. Like I think it's lacking a lot of detail compared to even my modest PC. But the compromise there, I think, is it's like I've got no frame drops or tearing or anything at the minute.
Ooh,
Detail popping, sure, but
that wasn't you spinning as you said that, was it?
Ah, no, that's the other Morgan.
Oh, I thought it was you. Same livery and same driving style.
I was preoccupied with that, and I didn't realise there's a Viper behind me. Apologies whoever that is. I'm going to back off and let you go.
It was obviously interesting about this whole process is like we've tried Project Motor Racing a few times over recent months, especially myself and Tom.
At
we've
events.
been going to events, exactly. So we're very much trying it in controlled environments, controlled PCs, and obviously PlayStation is a controlled device in the first place. But generally speaking, it's been this is our first chance we've really had on our own hardware to fire up the game, choose what we want to do fully, and try it. So it's it's a proper test of it now.
Your tyres warm? Mine's still showing reasonably cold at the minute. I could be wrong.
I'm understeering.
Kind of light green.
Looks like the balancing is okay in terms of speed, Ross, because I mean you're 2/10 up the road from me, which is probably about right for us, to be fair. I've not had a great lap yet.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, like, that lap, I cut the track a little bit, and I was like 1.6 seconds faster, so...
There you go.
So maybe the balancing
did you not get a penalty?
isn't there. Yeah, like, I cut the track, so the lap time's invalid.
Ah. I'm not last, and that's because the people in the lobby have been polite.
It's just not...
So Paul Scargill, you're not at maximum capacity, sorry, John.
No, you're all good. I'm struggling to be able to just drive it normally at the moment because it's hard to explain, but because I've got those little delays and stutters and things that just it's not feeling quite smooth, it does make it a bit tricky because it also of course affects force feedback and things as well. So it's fine, but it's just it's not like driving the car in single player on your own at the moment. It's just not as smooth an experience. We're going to cross the line though. We're not going to go faster.
Does that sound like a racing driver excuse to you, Ross?
It does, yes.
No,
I'm getting similar sort of things where it's like it's kind of hovering between like 30 and 60. It feels like, and it's just not quite like fluid. And I've like even turned down some graphic settings and stuff.
So remember what I said about the Mantara being faster? Look at the cars that are first and second here. Now some of that is Ross McGregor being a fast driver, and Vic might well be a fast driver as well, but it's interesting that the car that I flagged as potentially being too fast is also sitting first and second. I can't even remember. Did we talk about that earlier when I mentioned it? I think I did mention it. Or maybe I didn't actually go into any detail.
Yeah.
But
you hinted at it, yeah.
yes, the Mantara doesn't seem to be the same speed as everything
casual
else.
3 seconds off there, so not ideal.
Right, 1 minute 30
So basically
waiting time. Just flag.
the Marcos Mantara LM600 was more of a like GT1 car, wasn't it? So shouldn't really be raced against kind of NGT cars.
Maybe we'll have to deep dive on the history of that model, but there was a couple of variants, wasn't there, in a couple of classes over the time.
Yeah.
Waiting for players here.
Now, yeah, we've got a minute to go before the start, so I'm just giving it a wee second.
Oh.
Having a quick look at the chat. Sorry, guys, it's difficult because we're trying to test
I need
it
some
online
water.
and focus on that as well as looking. But yes, this is an early build that we've got access to as part of the process because we're reviewing the game. We've been given a code, so as always, we will review the game and do all of that, but we can't release that until next week. So we are able to show some stuff today, but not everything. So that's why we're doing a stream of online, and as part of the process of reviewing the game, right?
Yeah, we will be doing this anyway, but as we're allowed to stream it, you're going to see us try it.
Oh,
Yes.
get ready.
Yeah, so I just jumped in and it seems like it's jumped to get ready to go there. No rolling starts. No, I've not seen any rolling starts in this game so far for the person who asked that question. Okay, so terrible ping straight away. Or maybe it's not ping, I don't know, but the timing is very bizarre.
The people at the back of the grid rightly have eased off. No pile-ups at turn 1.
Cold tires.
CVR's wide.
That's me.
Oh, you've got a penalty for that as well, John. Cutting
2
the track there,
seconds.
John. We
Yeah,
should say that sometimes the track limit penalties are a bit absurd. Plus, I changed for motorsport. But
Just to check, jump in here. Ross, is yours smooth in terms of, are you seeing other drivers and cars flying around? Because I think this is a me issue, not a general lobby issue. Ooh. I'm just seeing cars jumping backwards and forwards and backwards and forwards. I don't think it's ping, it's everyone. So I actually think it's not that. I think it's hardware or something, or I don't know. But
well, absolutely smooth at this end. I've got to say that.
It's not bad here.
Okay, we'll see what happens as we continue on. I'll see if it settles down a little bit.
I'm getting a bit of ping issues though.
Obviously, this is not released just yet, but it is the released version. That's been sent for review.
So I'm just my GPU is apparently almost maxed out in terms of usage right now, which is interesting. So it's saying I'm using about 96-97% of it. But I've had that before and it seems to be fine. So it's interesting.
I'm quite scared to like try and move here because of the kind of lag.
Did it, Ross? For Scotland.
Nah, we've had enough glory this week.
Oh, I went on the grass. The Viper's got the run. I can't see where you are. After you.
Ooh. I remember that slow section of Mosport in the first build we ever tried. It was very icy through there in the GT3, and that definitely was improved since.
I don't know. I just had a half slide through there and got a track limit penalty.
I had a little slide.
Doug's got 12 seconds, so it could be worse.
What's Doug done?
No idea.
Doug's done a lot by the sounds of it.
I'm not really near many people right now, so it's difficult to tell. But as I say, I'm not convinced it's a internet-related or ping-related issue that you were seeing there at the start. I think it's more something's overloading.
I'm going to say it and S4 Ash. They're having a good battle.
Is that Marcos 1-2 out front?
Oh yeah.
I do enjoy these cars though, I have to say. The NGT stuff is good.
It's wonderful that these cars are in a modern game, let's put it that way, like a contemporary game.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Taco Race Driver 3 vibes for me.
Well, I used to watch the British GT Championship in the early 2000s at Knockhill. So it's yeah, it brings back a lot of memories.
That's surprising you saw it at Knockhill. Oh no, wait, no, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen your images. People find Ross McGregor's Flickr. Remember that platform? I think there are some somewhere. Of the TVRs and the Morgans.
Yeah. Good times.
IRL. Yeah.
Just kind of running
No,
on
I
my
like
own here.
GT3. I like GT3, GT4 cars, but there's something evocative about these models.
I actually bunked off uni one day to go and watch the British GTs practicing in 2005. Great day.
I don't know if any of you guys get this, but sometimes when you running a cockpit cam, I don't know if it's like a change of, if it's an animation related thing or what it is, but I sometimes get like a flash of something on screen, like almost.
Oh no, I do that as well. I think
get
it's. Yeah, that's just a. I don't know exactly what it is, but that's a graphical quirk that is needs ironing out, in my opinion. It's almost like, have you made contact with something recently or not, and it flashes through, even if you're sometimes just driving around on your own.
It's kind of like, it's almost like it's kind of in the middle of the car. It like fills the screen for a tiny split second. I have no idea what it is. Still running 45, 50 frames at the moment, but it's just, yeah.
Are we in autumn? Because that is one thing I think this game does, correct? Different seasons, different leaves.
Yes, this is
Looks
awesome.
like it.
It's 4 PM autumn at Mosport.
Yeah, there's some leaves blowing in the wind there.
So yeah,
Got to
so
say, good leaves, good grass. Sorry,
good leaves
John.
and good grass. No, you're good. We've got a lot of people asking about the driving physics and the feel and things like that. Again, like
Well, let's talk about it a bit.
Yeah,
Obviously,
yeah,
not final
exactly.
verdict, but
Yeah, so just a reminder if you just joined, we're going to do our full review will be coming out next week. So I urge you to hold off and watch the review to find out all of that. But what we can say is, having tried various cars and tracks so far, I think it's a mixed bag. I think generally speaking, there is a kind of, I don't know, there are certain characteristics for me that aren't necessarily similar in feel to like an iRacing or an LMU and stuff. It makes it feel a bit more, I don't know, a bit less authentic for me.
well, we've got to say it is different, but that's a good thing for the future. Like they've got a different physics to everything else. It's something different to get your head around, but it is also at the same time,
yeah.
in my experience, just a bit inconsistent and some interesting quirks to it as well.
Yeah, so sorry, as you can see on screen there's something very weird going on with mine. So this is not a game issue, guys, just to remind you. Or sorry, this is not an online issue, I don't think. Because Ross and Tom are not getting the issues I'm having right now. So I know it looks horrendous here right now, but that's just what I'm experiencing, and I don't know what's causing it, but it's not the same for everyone, so just wanted to flag that. But yeah, in terms
Maybe it could be a host thing, like
yeah,
as your host, maybe,
I'm not sure. We can...
or hardware. Anyway, we'll try another race after this and see what happens.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm happy to host that one or something like this. Try that this way.
It's like I'm moving in slow motion, so like as in I can see the other cars it feels like it's going a bit slower, and then everyone's flying past at higher speed, so it's just like the timing's all off. Something's...
Well, I can say this: I've caught you up, so that's never normal.
Yeah.
No, to be fair, you're moving around weirdly on my screen. I don't know where. Oh, I don't know how to go past you or anything.
Oh yeah, I see you in the mirror.
Yeah, you're moving around all over the shop. Come on, John. Are you drunk?
I wish
I
I
know
was.
you'll Tuesday.
I wish I was right now. Oh, there's Tom's Morgan. Yeah, so like, I think with my opinion on the cars and stuff so far is that some of them I'm happy with and I think feel pretty good and authentic and I really enjoy. I think that's the key word. And there's other ones that just don't hit it for me. They just miss the mark. There's some weird characteristics under braking I'm finding so far in general. And not necessarily too much on cars like this, but it's basically when you're braking and downshifting for the corners, you have to blip the throttle a lot. And a lot of old cars, you do actually need to do that. It's like rev matching. It's keeping, stopping the rears from locking. It's to do with the diff. It's sometimes obviously ABS related, but it is a different sort of thing. And I think in this game, oh, there we go. I'm suddenly coming back at Tom. That's not normal.
Whoa.
So yeah, like some of the cars feel way too sensitive under braking on the rear. So like you turn in and you can't really trail brake because the rear will just snap around on you. You have to balance it loads on the throttle. Even with the modern GT3 and GT4 cars, you have to blip a lot on the downshifts and stuff. So yeah, some of the cars are frustrating in that way. Other ones are fine, and it almost feels like some tracks is better than others depending on how fast and slow the corners are and things. So yeah, lots to bear in mind. Look at the Ross McGregor out there with a win. Oh wait, apparently I'm third. That's not right.
Oh no, it is because of penalties.
Oh yeah, penalties. Yeah.
Oh, well there you go.
Huh.
So I mean that was a terrible start in terms of viewing because clearly I'm having issues, guys, that others aren't having. So you're not really getting a proper look at what it's looking like for most people, but it's just what it's looking like for me right now. So seems to be I get the feeling it's hardware related based on the type of issue it is. So yeah. Gonna have to look into it, but obviously, yeah. What happens now? So we can menu switch, we can view profile. Obviously, we can see there the vast lap times, the gaps and stuff. Oh, there you go. We've switched menu now, so it's different camera angle. We can save the replay. One thing I've noticed as well is when you save a replay, you can't then view the replay. It's very weird. Yeah, you can view it, but you have to go back to the menu and all that to do so.
That's strange.
Yeah.
Apparently, we've got a graphical issue. See, the graphical issue we're occasionally seen in the cockpit. You know where a random particle or thing comes in. This is related to the gear shift visual effect when you're in the cockpit camera.
Ah, okay.
And,
that's how it feels, to be fair.
Yeah, it's a known issue that will be fixed for launch, hopefully. That's what we're told. But we need to get to the bottom of the strange oscillations that you're getting online. So do you want me to try and... Oh, Ross, are you okay to set up a lobby or something? Yeah? and then see if it works better for John that way.
Yeah, I'll try that.
What I'm going to do in the meantime is just turn the graphics right down and see if that helps as well. It's going to look terrible.
Yeah.
It already isn't
Could we
looking the
do-
best anyway, but
GT3 at Spa, is that okay, Ross?
E3 at Spa.
Yeah. Let's
I've
do
never
like
seen
5
that
laps.
combination. Never seen that combination before. Such a rare combination.
Well, it gives us a baseline.
so those of you who can see my screen right now, so as you can see, I'm just lowering a lot of graphics, not all the way down, but just lower it, see if that actually helps us, because I think it's CPU potentially, or GPU even. Sorry, that's what I meant to say, based on what I was seeing on my screen, which you can't see. So yeah, we're gonna try that instead, and obviously Ross or Tom's gonna host too, so we're gonna see if that changes anything. But I'm not convinced that'll be related to the issue. The other thing I can do actually, guys, is I can change the resolution. I'm running 4K at the moment, so we can turn it down just to ensure that we get something smoother, and then I can properly, because I do want to be able to test the multiplayer in this session and show people what the multiplayer is actually like. So I might just do that as well. But in the meantime, so how was that for you? Did you end up in any good battles? Did you find the netcode okay, other than my car, obviously?
So the
Well-
first and second battle was okay, but then I noticed a bit of like rubber banding. It was like it seemed to be a little bit of lag going on. So I kind of lost confidence in terms of like side by side battling. So
Yeah, we'll have to see. We'll do another lobby, and then we'll see if we can enter the ranked as well. Although we're all different ranks, we might not be in the same race. We should try
okay,
it.
lobby up.
Yes.
Is it? Could you set it to like 4 p.m. or assist on? Oh well, let's see. Let's see. Doesn't matter. Sorry.
Yeah, it's 4 p.m. Assists are on.
Cool.
I did it 6 laps, so might take a while, but
Well, that's fine. Here we
Just
go. See it now.
rebooting
Joined
the game now.
easily.
So
Oh yeah, cool.
we're gonna do
Let's
it.
talk
see
amongst
how-
ourselves.
we'll see how my game sort of holds up.
Yeah, it's very quick and straightforward to create a lobby and join. I will say that at this moment in time. But then obviously we're just encountering some performance issues on track, which is kind of the pivotal bit.
Yeah. So what I'm doing, guys, is I've just changed the resolution. We're gonna relaunch the game, and I'm gonna turn off the DLAA as well, and just do some maybe DLSS, and we'll just see. And I've turned the graphics down, so it might look worse. It will look worse, but hopefully we get it running smooth, because obviously we can talk about the graphics, we can talk about the game's performance and all these things separately. This test for us is for working at multiplayer, and I want to show you guys what those systems are like. So I'm going to focus on getting that working well, and then we can deal with the graphics and stuff later, essentially. The specs for the PC are in the description below. So the game's just loading up.
Yeah. Yeah, just checking the specs are definitely there.
Oh yeah, good shot. I think they are. I'm pretty sure I saw them.
Yeah, they are. I've just cool. So GT3 Spa. Now, I have not driven some of these GT3 cars, and I've not tried Spa in this game yet. Although I know you both have. What should we go with?
I've gone for the Acura NSX GT3 Evo 22.
I was tempted with that because it's interesting. I would say this as well. The GT4 car roster is really like
Good.
interesting. Yeah, like Nissan Z or Z, Toyota Supra, the latest Mustang, Evo Spec BMW. Surprising. Alpine. Yeah, you don't see that in other games.
Decent, yeah.
Well, I'm also going to turn off.
I would say just the car selection. Sorry, John.
No, it's all good. I'm just wanting to explain to the viewers what I'm doing as well, just while you guys are chatting. So sorry for interrupting. Right, lobby will join. So I've turned VSync off as well, so we'll see if that helps us. We've got DLSS on balanced, and we've taken down the resolution. So I'm playing it a bit safe, so it's going to look a lot worse, but hopefully it runs smooth, and we shall see.
Plus, also Ross is the host now, so maybe that's a difference. Maybe not.
Yeah.
Well, let me know once you've finalised your car, John.
Oh yes,
Oh,
let's pick a
ready?
car. What other folk not in? So we've got Ford, AMG, Aston, Corvette, Huracan, Acura. Any BMWs? Go BMW.
There's one BMW. There's no Audi.
Okay, we'll go an Audi. I've not driven the Audi. Old but gold.
The old V10 sounds a good test,
Right.
because Bensport didn't do the V10 very well, as far as I remember.
Yeah, Faris, exactly. So we're playing it early because we, as a sim racing media outlet, and we cover news, we cover videos and stuff. So we generally with these sorts of games we get access to the game early, so we can produce reviews and content for you guys as well, and write articles and everything. So that's why we're able to play it early. So we've got ourselves a hand-on multiplayer preview here, doing some custom lobbies just to try all of that. It is, yes, this is the release build, or at least, do we know if this is the final release build, Tom, actually? I think it is, but there might be some
the
day one
release
patch.
version, but we're told, yeah, sorry. There will obviously be patches and hotfixes and all sorts.
Yeah.
So they'll. This is the game, but there's going to be a patch on day one, as far as we're aware.
Yeah. Right, we're in.
Yeah, day one patch definitely. Oh, I should get some laps in.
Right, let's see how smooth this is. So we're way down on GPU usage at the moment, nowhere near 100%.
Excellent.
It was very
Yeah,
laggy
balance
coming out of the pits,
should
though.
Better than performance.
It's definitely not feeling
Yeah,
right
just to
at all.
clarify that this is a version sent for review. It's going to be very, very close to the retail version, but there's another day one patch on them. So, and if it arrives on day one, that's the 25th.
Yeah, so it's clearly some very similar issues there, because another GT3 car just went absolutely flying by me, and it feels like I'm driving in slow motion. So yeah, the GPU's only using 62%, and CPU's using 55, so that has not solved the problem, sadly.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, performance seems similar for me to the last one, so
Yeah.
there's something not working properly.
This is definitely an issue on my end. Whatever that means. So
Alright, well,
We
we'll
are.
do this lobby race, and then we'll see if ranked multiplayer works, and then call it a day.
yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Because, I mean, you weren't getting these issues in single player in the same way, but
Yeah.
you never know what the settings are.
I've been having issues with bigger races with lots of AI.
Yeah, but
To
this
be
is
fair,
this
but
is
this is
different.
different. Yeah. I
I've
think
got to
that-
say, on the PlayStation, no issues. Sorry, that's all I can say. That's what I'm on, and it's working okay.
Yeah, no, Ross is also on PC. Is not having the same issues, but sounds like
Two on PC and one on PS5.
someone else in the chat is having the same problems, so it's not just me. It does feel
Like,
like
it's
a
not-
CPU bottleneck. That is, someone said
It's
CPU
not
bottleneck.
silky smooth. It's not like, yeah, it's not brilliant, but it's usable, I would say.
Yeah. No, mine is very unusable. It does feel it's giving me CPU bottleneck energy, let's say. But the percentage usage, so I've got my stats, which you guys can't see. I've got the stats up on screen just so I can see the frames and all that and give you that information. The CPU usage is like 55%, so something. It's not to do with the usage. It's something else. I thought it was GPU at first because the GPU was at 90. Yeah. GPU was 96, 97, and now it's gone down to like 60% because I changed the settings down. So, yeah, difficult to know. Difficult to know. Sounds like I'm not the only one having the issue though. So,
You gonna set a qualifying time?
I can't. I just cut the track.
Oh yeah. Where are the areas to avoid running wide on this particular?
Just Eau Rouge, Radion,
Oh yeah, standard.
and then Blanchimont as well.
Oh yeah, Ben's called the session. Oh, a minute left.
yeah, so I have been trying. I've been playing single player, and I don't have this issue. Especially when it's like low AI and just me. When I have more AI on track, I suffer issues. It's not the same as this, but it feels like it could be related. So yes, I could. So yeah, it is not. It's not happening when I'm on my own on track. Put it that way. And you can feel it because the thing is about this is even if you've got no AI car, like when you're racing against AI and the game starts slowing down a little bit, the AI cars can also slow with you at times. Obviously online that doesn't happen because everyone's racing in real time. So if you slow down, you're the only one who slows down, if that makes sense. When you're driving on your own, obviously you've got nothing to compare it to, but you can feel yourself when it's not quite running right and it's not running up to full speed. There's some speed issues. You can tell. If you know a track and you know a car combo. It's not always super obvious or you start questioning yourself, but you can definitely tell. Someone got a time in.
Oh, just as you said that, I nearly ran wide on the final corner.
Oh, I'm trying to watch you.
I mean, I messed it up, but I should have a time. It's very mid.
Ah, so I can click on you to view you, but I can't get rid of the Oh, you've gone pole, Tom. Look at that. Screenshot it, quick. Tom's on pole. I can't get rid of that HUD on top, so I can't view you, spectate you at the moment. Oh, maybe it's because I'm
So what about trying can you put the graphics on balanced and reduce the LED settings or shadows a bit?
It's already lower than that. Yeah.
Yeah. Is the graphics settings on balanced?
No, no. Can't change it now, but we'll see if we can change it before the race starts.
So the next one.
Yeah, I've also gone from 4K to 2K just to try and see if that would help. Unfortunately, it hasn't.
Yeah, another thing we can try is turning off the shadows, but if you can't do it before a race, that's fine.
Yeah, you hope it's an early access thing, but this is the review build. So yes, it's this is the point where we can no longer use early access as an excuse for stuff.
Yeah.
Obviously, this particular issue is difficult because it's not happening to the others, so it's not like everyone's getting this. So you can't just there's more variables at play, if that makes sense. Sorry, Tom.
You can't change any graphic settings now or anything, no?
No, it won't let me do anything.
Ah, okay.
I will try before. Well, I'll try before the race starts. Once it goes into the race loading screen, I'll see if I can do it there.
Oh, you can change. You should be able to change options. The bottom right handed. Sorry, the bottom right corner of the screen.
It wasn't showing up for me until I clicked back, and then they appeared. So yeah, we're good.
Alright.
Let me just hardware profile. I'll take it down to low, or balanced was it, and then turn down some stuff.
Graphics to balanced, reduce LED settings, and try and turn off shadows. Which is not ideal have to do, but
no, just for this, try and get it working.
Just try it.
Unfortunately, it's disappeared now, so we'll try again. Yeah, because I was viewing the standings and then went back to the menu. It wasn't showing I wasn't allowed to click options, but then as soon as I hit escape, the options reappeared even though nothing else changed. So that was just a UI thing. So yeah, hopefully before this race starts, we can give it a go.
We've got a solid P6 there by not setting a lap time.
Well done, Ross. Great stuff.
Thank you.
Right, quick.
Wait a minute, I don't want to be on pole.
Graphics off. Sorry, not graphics off. Shadows off. To be fair, all the shadows are already off with this. LOD draw distance will take down to like 70%.
Yeah. Let me know when you're ready, John, and I'll just still hit drive. But
we'll take the shadow quality to off. This is going to look horrible, guys, but we just want to get this. We want to test this and try and get it working. So, shadow quality off, shadow distance quality low, shadow map filtering low. Let's just see if we can try and get a race. The post-processing is always defaults TAA when you change the preset, so I guess that's what we're going with. But for me, that always creates issues. But it's what the preset is, so let's just give that a go. Right, Ross, I'm gonna hit drive. We're gonna give it a go, and we're gonna see.
The very best of luck.
Oh, I forgot to hit drive, and I've just ready in time.
Now, one thing I have noticed is you put the clutch fully in and start accelerating, you can still roll.
Ooh, lag.
Oh, yeah, no, it's still not doing it for me, unfortunately.
Oh, been hit already. Excellent.
Oh,
Excellent.
my goodness.
Someone's wrong. Is that Ross?
That's me.
Yeah, sadly, same issues for me, guys. I'm going to be a roadblock up Eau Rouge.
Oh, I've gone very slow through there just to be safe, and I think everyone's going to run.
Maxed out in 6th gear before Eau Rouge. That's definitely not right.
I think this game could do with a radar.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, good point. Is there not one in the settings? There's certainly not one by default. You've obviously got. You can move the rear view mirror and edit the hood as you wish, but I'm not aware of a radar option.
I don't think I have not seen a radar option. I've seen the virtual mirror you can add, and it goes up in the top corner, and you can edit the HUD, of course. But I've not seen the radar. I've not really gone looking for it yet. That's just something still to do.
I just overtook you, John, and you were rubber banding all over the place.
Yeah, so the person behind me also seems to be going slow as well. I don't know if that's having the same issue or if that's them just going slow to investigate.
Might just be me.
But yeah, no, sadly it's still not working at all. So we have some serious issues on our end here, unfortunately, guys. So sorry, we're not able to properly show you what multiplayer's like.
Just for context as well, myself and John are separated by 50 miles, so distance is not the issue.
It's not. It's definitely not internet related. It's nothing to do with the multiplayer.
Could be that you live in Scotland and not Yorkshire.
How dare you?
Well, no issues on my internet or this PlayStation device.
Well, a couple of collisions.
Although the Corvette has got a run.
Oh.
Yeah, what I'm going to do is while you guys are continuing to race, I'm just going to jump off and quickly do a single player event just to show guys what it looks like.
Oh yeah.
When it's not doing this, you can have an idea. So
you're going to miss this amazing battle. Oh, I've missed the first corner.
Right, last to first challenge here.
Is there someone alongside me or not? I can't tell.
Right, we'll go, just to show everyone, I'm going to go back to Mosport in the NGT cars and just see the difference. I'll let those two continue to evaluate the multiplayer.
Yeah, we'll be quiet while you do that. But if you could try and rejoin for ranked afterwards, that'd be good.
Yeah, of course. No, feel free to just shout if you see anything interesting. I'm just going to take this back up to show you, so we'll go balanced.
Oh, wow. And a bit of a tank slapper.
Oh, threw it away from the lead. There we go.
Oh, no.
Let's see. So I've turned the settings up again a little bit, and we're going to see on single player how this looks. Yeah, the graphics are what you see. So obviously, again, we can't release our review until next week, so you'll be able to see our full review then. But you guys can see on screen what settings I'm running with, trying to get it working. This is obviously that was with everything turned low in order to try and get this performance going better. So this is now graphics kind of a balanced preset with a few tweaks which you would have seen on stream. So I'll let you see for yourself how it all looks. Oh. That wasn't good. Try that again.
Ross, Ben Collins told me you're a back marker.
Can we get a pits
Oh
this
dear.
time?
Throwing
Yes.
shade.
So this is now in a balance preset, guys. This is like medium graphics, let's say. And you can see straight away, in terms of the actual way the car's driving and the performance and everything, it's so much smoother. Still not perfect, though. Still a little bit of that kind of slowdown effect, which I've not really been experiencing when I'm driving on my own, so that's interesting. Ugh. That was horrible. I think as well, Ross, am I right in saying in terms of PC specs that my PC is actually, I mean, it's they're all different, right? But I think my PC's got slightly higher end specs than yours. Is that right?
think you've got more RAM.
Yeah, well that doesn't really count because I've got an
think the
unnecessary amount of
CPU
RAM.
I think my CPU and graphics card are probably better.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
I'm still running at like 3440 by 1440, so it's like it's not a small resolution I'm running at. But you were obviously 4K, weren't you? So
Yeah, I've now gone to 2K just for this to try and get it running smoother. But we're it's better. Like this is obviously better, but it's still not perfect for sure. Ooh, bit late on the brakes, but we've got away with it.
oh Jesus! just someone just randomly slowed in this racing line.
I've got that on capture, I think.
And now my rear tyres are warm, 140 degrees, so it feels like I've got tea trays under the rear wheels.
We're going to turn up the graphics just to show you what that looks like. So you've got performance, balance, quality, ultra. So we're going to go with the quality preset, and just to show you what it looks like. Hopefully we don't have to do a PC restart. So now the GPU is running at like 97%, so that's gone up a lot. Now it's back down to 70%, so it's a bit all over the place. Always go too deep in there.
Track limits are quite stringent, I'd say.
So yeah, graphics-wise, guys, this is a higher setting. It's not the highest, it's higher though, so it gives you an idea of what to expect. And yeah, there's a lot of pop-in. There's a lot of things loading in front of you, but this is the first racing game with this graphics engine. Oh, there's the little artifact again. You can see there, if you look at the tree line just further down, you can just see things loading in as we go.
I don't know if it's correct technique or not, but I'm from third to second as I'm braking. I'm blipping the throttle, which is not you normally do in a GT3 car. But maybe
Yeah,
stabilize it a bit.
that's something. So I mentioned this earlier. That is definitely something. So in older GT cars and older stuff that's doesn't have ABS, that's a little bit more kind of like
Raw.
raw mechanical, whatever you want to call it.
Agricultural.
You definitely agricultural is a great word. You definitely do need to rev match and blip the throttles, and it's what a lot of drivers do when they're driving historic cars and stuff like that. It's part of the technique, right? Whereas the modern GT3 cars, I mean, I've never driven a GT3 specifically, but I'm pretty sure there's a lot of systems in place which will do those sorts of things for you, especially when you're using like a paddle shifter and stuff like that. You shouldn't need to blip, I don't believe. Now, there are assists in this game for like auto blipping and all these kind of things, but when I've tried with those on, I still find in the GT3 you have to blip manually yourself to avoid the rear kind of stepping out as much. So I think there's just a fundamental thing there where the rear end is just too lively into the corners.
So for me, as an example, is if you're braking in third and you want to get a bit tighter, you might go to second round Roussel, is it? The long right at Spa. And if you just do that without a blip, you have to catch it.
Yeah.
And now I'm just instinctively doing it every time I'm downshifting. I don't think I need to do that.
Which would make sense in the older cars, but not in a GT3, I think.
Yeah. Good battle for the lead here, by the way. Not that viewers can see it. I'll stop talking.
No, we're just driving around Mosport trying to play around with graphics things. I just wanted to demonstrate what the game looks like so that you guys can see it. And yeah, I don't think I think there's still a lot of room for improvement. Let's go with that. Let's go with that.
I will say, just to reiterate, that the crossplay works well.
Yeah, it's good to know. I think we're expecting.
I can't tell. Sorry, I can't tell. For example, the two people in front of me are on a PC. It looks as smooth as if they were on the same device as I am.
Just switch TAA to DLAA. It seems to have worked for me in the past, so let's try that again now. Yeah, that's good to know. I mean, I think based on what we saw with like Rensport a few weeks ago, I'm expecting more people to be playing this on console than PC, right? That would be my expectation.
Yeah, that's a fair assumption,
because
but we'll have to see when it all shakes out. But
yeah, we don't know. But racing games generally, on console are popular because there's not as many of them, and there's a big audience of people keen to play new racing games. PC are a bit more spoilt for choice, but you do, I'm expecting lots of PlayStation players early doors. Ooh. Can hear the rear locking up a little bit on me there. This is actually instantly a bit smoother now that I've turned it from TAA, which all the presets, by the way, all of the graphics presets have TAA turned on. I'm finding that never works well for me, and it's better switching it to
last lap at this end.
Ooh. Sweet, I'll come back for ranked racing, so we'll see if we get any improvements. All right. Yep, game releases on the 25th. So
right, you should see how many people have track limit penalties in this race.
It's not really surprising because it's just so easy to get them. It just feels like a bit disproportionate.
If I just stay here and don't get a penalty, now I've jinxed it. I will win.
Yeah, you will, yeah.
Tom, can't believe Tom is leading and we're not even able to witness it. It's unbelievable. It never happened, unless you've got capture of it, Tom.
Oh, they've crashed. Oh, no, I didn't have the capture on.
I'm just going to go through a couple of comments here. Obviously, I can't answer everything. But is there a Ferrari yet? I don't think there is a Ferrari in the game.
No Ferrari.
No Ferrari. Any news on console stability? Well, Tom is racing on console, and so far, multiplayer Tom seems to be working okay.
Console or console? Yeah. Sorry, John. Yeah. I'm on a base PS5. We've not tried it on an Xbox Series S, which is the lower-powered console available. Base PS5, it appears to me like 60 frames more often than not. I would say it's stable, but the visuals have less clarity than
that's fair.
What you might see on John's stream. Yep.
Which is already not, let's be honest, not great.
Yeah, no.
Aside from the performance, the visuals themselves it's an area that's definitely needing a lot of work. Someone also says test LMDH. We're about to jump in ranked races, so we'll test whatever's available. But what I will say is LMDH cars relative to the other ones in the game, I'm not a big fan of at the moment. I do not enjoy them as much as I enjoy a lot of the older cars. That's just my thoughts at this stage.
Right. We are coming across the finish line.
What else have we got here?
Well done, Tom.
Thank you. I mean, I did throw it off at one point, but there we go.
Oh, see you, Thierry. Thanks so much for joining. Yes, the HUD can be moved around. You can adjust things. I've not actually played with it too much yet, to be quite honest. We've been focusing on other areas because obviously there's a lot to explore when you get access to a new game, and we're obviously working towards reviews at Traction. We try and cover everything in the game. That's why we're doing multiplayer right now. All of this is heading or adding us information towards our review, right? So we've got to try every different element of the game, and there's a lot to get through. So there are certain elements that we haven't yet managed to test because we only got access very recently. However, yes, I'm pretty sure you can edit the HUD and you can change stuff around.
Oh, you can absolutely edit the HUD and on the console as well.
Yes. I think we've actually tested that in a previous video as well, in kind of a preview.
Yeah, we have. Go check that.
Yeah. What else we got here? Texture resolution is low. You have old GPU. Yeah, all the specs are in the description. It's a 3090, I believe. I feel like I need to check it now. So
i9.
the PC
say?
specs. Was it an i9?
Intel i9, RTX 3090, 128 gig of RAM.
There you go. So there's your answer. In terms of the texture resolution and stuff, no, that's just the settings. So like, even if you set a game to ultra and everything, your frames per second might be low, but you still get an idea of what the graphics look like. So the way it looks on screen now is how the game looks at those particular presets. Obviously, throughout this stream, if you've been here for the last hour or so, I've tried different graphical presets and different things, so you've been able to see what I've selected. So if you want to have a more of an idea of how specific things look, find the specific part in the stream where I've changed to a certain preset, and you'll have an idea. So yes, does it have triple screen support? Now, none of us, unfortunately, can actually test triple screens at the moment, because none of us at Traxion are set up with a triple screen setup at the time being. However, does the game have triple screen support?
It doesn't have native triple screen support. If you can use the NVIDIA third-party app, the name forgets me at the minute, sorry. But native triple screen is in development on the way. Same for VR. That's not here at all, but is on the way.
Yeah. Just in the ranked, are you guys finished the race?
Yep.
Yes.
Did you win?
Yep.
Traxion did.
Hey, well done, Tom.
I think everyone was going easy on me there. I didn't. The only reason I won, I didn't win on the track, is because I didn't have the track limit penalties.
Yeah, I mean, it's the track limit penalties though. That's another thing I'm going to talk about right now. In our limited.
Before you do,
yeah.
Which ranked race are we going to
do? One of the ones that starts in 16 minutes, I think. So we've got Porsche Challenge Canada. Yeah, let's do MX5. Because we've already. Well, it's Mosport again though. We've already done Mosport.
Let's try and avoid.
What about the Porsche 992 at Nürburgring?
Okay. Yep.
So I'll register for that race. It's the 992. Wait a minute. Did I say 992 out loud? I did, didn't I?
No idea, but I've got one with a 992.
Okay,
so
it won't let me go back. I can't. So now that I've clicked on the lobby, and it won't actually let me escape, which is really interesting.
No,
so
it will. You have to choose the car, then you can go back.
Okay.
Makes sense.
You must participate in at least 2 events on every round on the schedule in order to qualify.
There we go. Okay. So there's a round overview. So we'll actually, you know what? Before I go and do any more analysis, I am going to show you the full screen. So
we've got 15 minutes here to pad for time. Should we do something else for 15 minutes?
I mean, I don't think my game's going to work anyway, to be honest. I think I'm going to jump into this race and it's going to be lagging like anything. So we can
let's find out. Let's find out.
But we can try something else if you want. We can do another custom lobby.
We can answer some questions.
We can, yeah, that's what I'm yeah, exactly. So I'm just showing people at the moment what's on screen when you sign up for a ranked race. So top left, you've got a global rating, a class rating, and a division. Now, this is the other thing. I don't know if we're all going to be able to get into the same ranked race here because we're all different divisions. Basically, when you...
But it doesn't matter because at least you get in one. Then you can show the audience what happens.
So basically, when you first launch ranked mode, you're put into a license test, which is something we knew about anyway. And the license test is essentially an 8-lap race around Lime Rock, where you're in the Mazda MX-5, and you're racing against 3 AI who are on 100 difficulty. And depending on how you get on with that race, your speed, your result doesn't actually matter in terms of position. It's more about your overall race time. That influences your starting global rating and your starting division. So, for instance, I first did this on our Traxion account, and I did the MX-5 race around Lime Rock. Was learning it as I went, so I wasn't as fast, but I managed to get through to the lead after a few laps and then won the race. And I ended up in Division 3, and my rating was 67. I then did it again on my own personal one, and you can retry this, by the way, at the time. So when you first try and do the license test, if you're not happy with your result, you can redo it. So it's quite good to redo it and find your actual level with a bit of practice. But my second attempt, I was much quicker. I was more consistent. I was like a second a lap on average faster. And I ended up getting a rating of 80 instead of 67 and being put in Division 2 instead of Division 3. Now, we don't know exactly what all of that's going to mean in reality yet, but basically it's just a starting rank establishment. So I think that's quite good. If you're really fast and you're wanting to catch up and race against people your speed and higher splits, you can kind of skip a lot of the early races by doing really well. And in the same vein, if you're new to sim racing and you're a bit slower and you're trying to get your head around it, you're not going to be put in the top division straight away. You're going to be in a lower division with other people of a similar speed. So that, I think, works as a concept. What we don't know yet is, because this is the early build, because this is not public yet, we don't know if by being in different divisions internally, if we're going to be able to race in the same split.
Yeah. Also, just to be clear, not an early build.
Sorry. Yes.
But the game without the day one patch.
Yes.
So I suppose you could argue that as an early build. We have to be very careful with the pounds there.
Yeah,
You're right. We are told that some people from the studio might be trying to join the same ranked session as us. So even if we're in different divisions, hopefully you get a race, John.
Hopefully, yes. It's not actually letting me. I've selected the vehicle livery, and I'm just sitting.
No,
in the
but I don't
lobby.
think you can go further than that.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
It should say sessions begins in, and it's counting down.
Yes.
It should say registered players 5.
Perfect. Right.
So that's
Yeah,
that.
I
I
think
mean, I
we've got
can't
to wait.
choose for vehicle again, but what livery have you gone with? There we go.
I've gone with the yellow and green Garamson. So I'm going to try and answer some more questions, because we've got some more questions down. Tom's asking, random call sign turned. Oh, that's not a question. Turned his PC on and off again, and it seemed to do the trick. All right, perfect. So Ricardo has fixed his hardware issues by the sounds of it. Yeah, thank you for clarifying what I said by early build, Tom, because there's a few people asking what build is this. This is the release version of the game. However, there will likely be patches on day one, which might change some things. But from experience, from doing this for a number of years, day one patches very rarely transform a game. They will just fix a few specific things. So that's that. Photo mode. There is no photo mode, but we can talk about there is replays, and they're not great. I don't think there's any way. There's no beating around the bush there, are they? The replays don't look very good. I think it's simple as that. Low FPS.
Yes.
Visually, they're not very good. It looks almost like a mobile game in replay, which is a shame, because obviously a lot of people like to watch the replays back. And yes, you can see the racing that you're having. It looks okay, but the quality of it is just not great at all.
Photo
However-
mode will come later, just to be clear on that.
Say that again, sorry, Tom?
Photo mode is coming later.
Yes. Thank you. Yeah.
The grass looks really nice, though.
The grass does look really nice.
Do you know the grass is cool, because then you, when you spin off, you like flatten the grass,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you leave your tire marks and witness marks there.
That's true. Yeah, it leaves it, and for the next lap, you can see exactly where you've gone off, and then do the same thing again.
Yeah.
This is key grass talk, because actually with another game recently, Red Spot, we talked about the grass on the PlayStation version popping up. Here the
And
grass is
the length of the grass as well.
Yeah, the grass is too long on Red Sport. Anyway, this is not what people want to hear. You should know, grass is a strong point of Project Butterus.
Yes.
Any grass fans in the chat?
Pick up the grass fans. Okay, that means something different.
I am going to.
This
Oh, sorry.
This, of course, is the time of year where you scarify your lawn. So, any tips for me when I do my lawn? Give me a shout.
We've got more questions, which I'm gonna get through. So, someone says, "Do you feel the off-track penalty system needs some work?" Absolutely, yes.
Yes.
It does. We've, and again, we'll talk more about this in review. Before I talk about the off-track stuff, someone has said, "What's the verdict?" We can't give you a definitive verdict. We can't review. Our review won't be coming out till next week. So
Yeah,
keep
we've
an
also
eye on
not
the
played
channel.
it enough to give a full proper review yet. This is our first time testing multiplayer.
Exactly. Tom's disappeared.
Yeah.
He's back.
Sorry, we've got a lot more to play in the career as well before we even give a verdict. So we wouldn't want to give one, even though we'll give a full review when the game releases.
Yes. Yeah. So keep an eye on the channel. Subscribe. Watch the review when it comes out. Around about when the game releases, hopefully, and we will give you our verdicts there. But this stream is all about testing things for the first time live, and as you've seen with multiplayer, I'm not really able to give you a good view of what multiplayer looks like because of the issues I'm having with my performance and everything, which is obviously an issue in itself, but we can try and get to the bottom of that and work out where the problems lie. But yeah, so for any verdicts, yeah, you're gonna have to hold off till the review, but we will of course bring you that, and as always, we will be as thorough as possible, and we will cover all of the game, and we will look at it from every single angle. So yeah, look forward to that. So yeah, back to the off-track penalty system. Yes, that definitely needs some work. So far in our testing, I think all of us have found that different situations warrant the kind of unfair penalties. So, for instance, I've had situations where I've run off the track, I run wide, gone onto the gravel on the exit of a left-hander, for instance, where it's clearly lost me a second or two, and then as I rejoin, I get a penalty for cutting the track, which gives me a 2-second penalty. Now, that sounds harsh, but I kind of am okay with it because, yeah, I went off the track, and okay, I lost time, and now I'm losing more time, but still I went off the track, so I can just about forgive that. But then, you go to Daytona or something, and then you cut the chicane, a lot, and you basically gain 5 or 6 seconds by straight lining a chicane, and you also get a 2-second penalty. So, okay, so I get a 2-second penalty for losing time, but I also get a 2-second penalty for gaining lots of time. So there's a balancing issue there for sure. And normally you get exceptions and one-off situations where this sort of thing happens. But so far in our testing, I think all of us have come across that similar issue. And I've come across it multiple times on different circuits, different ways. Sometimes I'll get a 4-second penalty for nothing, I say nothing, for something that I lost time with. And other times I'll get a 2-second penalty for gaining. So it definitely needs some balancing to be good, as simple as that. Yeah. And I can, it's not a verdict, but I can definitely be definitive on that.
Yeah, no, we're told work. They will do some work on that, but you never know what that's going to be and how long it's going to take, and if it's fixable even. So I hope so. But as of right now, I think we're all united in it's, especially when you try to do like a really long career race, and then you run wide on a corner, make a mistake, lose time, and then you get a penalty for it. It's like, oh no.
Yeah, the worst example of that I had was doing a race at Spielberg, which is like the Red Bull ring, obviously.
Is it?
And it's just after. It's just after where the big Red Bull statue is. That corner, I think it's called Power Horse or something like that. So I ran wide there into the gravel, lost stacks of time, rejoined, and got a 6-second penalty for the trouble. It's like, well, that's like a double penalty. So it's quite unfair. So, yeah, definitely needs to be looked at.
Yeah. No, I think we've all, and Tom's experienced that, I know as well. So all of us have kind of independently come to the same conclusion on that one. Ben Roster Turner's in the chat and says we should all probably touch grass more. So thanks for that input.
Yes.
Right. Moving on.
Moving on.
I've been saying that for years.
What else have we got? But someone's saying, but at least it's better than Rensport. Well, shall wait.
We'll find out.
Our review. We'll find out.
Yeah. I'm not going to say anything definitive now.
How's it running on PS5? So Tom's already mentioned.
Really good.
But yeah, give us another one, Tom.
Sorry, the voice from afar. It runs very smoothly, but at just much lower. I think much lower resolutions than. Now I hate it when people generalize and say than on PC. What they mean is on my PC or my specific PC build. If we compare my experience to John's experience, I'm not having the issues he's having. I'm running at smoother frames more consistently, but the game is less sharp. There's less texture, detail, and as far as I can tell, and I need to double check this, so please don't take this final, fewer cars on the grid for single player on the PlayStation version.
Yes.
But it works.
Yes. So
Tom's... Without the faff around, you turn it on and it works.
Tom's limit is, I think, on PlayStation it's 16 or 15 AI cars. So
yeah, but I'm gonna have to try it on every track because I noticed in the track menu. So we'll double check that for our full review when we're available to do that next week.
Yeah, and just to be clear as well, on PC build, I seem to have an AI limit every time that I've checked of 31 cars. So I don't know if it's on every single track, but every time I've checked, it's been 31. However, I've not really been able to get it running well with 31 AI cars. Let's put it that way.
So someone asked us what our favourite part of the game is so far. And I would have to say, for me, it's like the car list, because you've got like little-known sort of cars that never appeared in other games before, like the GTO cars from like the IMSA series from yonks ago. I think that's quite cool. And obviously having all like the new GT4s and stuff like that is quite cool as well.
The car list is by far my favourite feature as well. There's all the nostalgic stuff for us oldies, but you've got the contemporary stuff. Right, like, it's really exciting to have like the Peugeot hypercar, Toyota hypercar. You know, Toyota hypercar on console is a rare beast. I think it's only in Gran Turismo 7.
Yeah.
For the PC, PS5 players. Obviously, Le Mans Ultimate has a lot of all those on PC, but you've got a lot of them here, including the Acura, which is the IMSA car, which is available for iRacing, I know, but there's a really good selection. And then you've got the 90s stuff, the really old stuff, and there's scope for more with the DLC. Well, the Group 5 DLC is available day one. We don't have access to that yet. But that's interesting.
Yeah.
And then my other second favourite thing is mods. Mods. We'll have to see how they work, but mods.
Yep.
Not mods.
Yeah, mods. Sorry.
Mods.
Official pals.
Downloadable content.
Yeah, at launch there's only going to be one car, the Praga, but there's also some liveries. And there's also, if you pre-ordered it, the GTE Decade Pack is through the mod hub. And this, I'm talking about PC, PlayStation, and Xbox. And we are led to believe that more content is on the way soon.
Yes, sounds good.
What's your favourite Group 5 car?
Oh, Capri maybe, but I think that's more.
Zack Speed Capri, yeah, because I saw it in real life at an event once, and
I think for me it'd be the Nissan.
Oh yeah, that's such a brick as well.
Is it what is it actually called? The Nissan? Is it a super silhouette? Nissan? Is it a
the
Skyline?
Nissan Red Brick.
Don't quiz me on that.
I like the Capri, but it's mainly because I raced it in a sim racing league that Ross also raced in about a decade ago, and way more than a decade ago probably.
Oh yes, it was. Yeah.
And that therefore it sticks with me because of that. I have to say.
Yeah,
Ross
same
was racing
here
a
actually.
Porsche that championship.
And we won 5 out of the 7 races jointly.
What, me? I only won. Well, I won 1, I think. You won 4.
Yeah, I won 4.
Ross's
Yeah,
way
4
of saying
races.
that he won a lot.
yeah, just bringing that up.
Yeah,
But yeah, I
wait,
still finished third in the championship though, so was the other 3 races didn't go so well.
Just to clarify, we were correct. It's 15 AI or 16 cars total for single player on console. But that does expand to the 32 for the cross-platform multiplayer.
I just want to be a very quick overview of a quick question because I've got only a minute and so till the ranked race starts here. There's a lot of people that ask like, is it a hardcore sim and how do the physics feel and is it like this? Now, that's such a difficult question to answer because what is a hardcore
subjective.
sim is completely subjective. So, for example, some people would call like your iRacing, your LMU, your R Factor 2, maybe your Assetto Corsa, maybe not a hardcore
Race
sim.
Room.
It's difficult. Is AMS2 and Race Room hardcore? Are they hardcore sims? It's different people will say yes, different people will say no.
Don't ask that question.
It's very, very difficult. So, but what I would say is, like, this game feels, it's more in, I would say, the ballpark of how something like an AMS2 feels in terms of authenticity, where the cars do act in an authentic way. You can drive them in an authentic way and get lap time out of them, but there are certain quirks that, to me, don't feel quite as, like...
Just to be absolutely clear, we're not saying, and John's not saying, it feels like AMS2.
No.
It is its own thing. But you're talking in terms of authenticity levels.
Yeah, like, exactly, like the ballpark of like how a game makes you feel when you're driving it is what I'm trying to say, right? It's impossible.
Refreshing that there's something completely new physics-wise that you have to learn that's very different, but is it at the upper echelons of enjoyment and feedback? I don't think it is at the minute.
No. Some cars are better than others as well. That's the big thing. So some cars leave me frustrated. Some cars leave me
Is that a Smith
joyous.
song?
Probably. 10 seconds to go till this starts. So we'll see what happens. This is our first time seeing this. So session begins in 3, 2, 1, 0. What now?
All physics opinions are subjective.
It's all the disclaimers, Tom. Keep them coming. Don't let me say anything without a disclaimer. I need
No, that's just like their opinions, aren't they? But other people's opinions might be, are available, and I'll listen to them.
And if you read any discourse online about any sim racing title, you will know that to one person something could be terrible, and to someone else the same thing could be excellent. So everything is subjective to a degree, apart from the stuff that's objective. And this is never objective when it comes to how something feels.
Yeah, there's refinement still needed, basically.
Yeah.
And tweaking and setups. I should say I believe there's going to be some setups in the mod hub at launch day by some pros, and they're not available to us at the minute. Obviously, we can tweak our own setups as well, and it's been fun to experiment with different settings and see how the car behavior reacts differently. But sometimes you're like, oh yeah, good, and then you enter the next corner, and you're like, oh, okay, this is weird.
Yes. Right.
Okay, we in the race.
Qualifying. Are we in the same? Oh, we're in the same one.
We're all in the same one, so this is a ranked race. Now, yes, just to reiterate, over 120 setups will be made by an external pro sim team. But also then, I believe the community might be able to upload and share their own as well, if approved, through their mod hub, and obviously you can make your own on your own devices. But yeah, not launch soon after.
I had a car floating in midair as I came out the pits, which was interesting. That's not something I've seen before.
This race is 14 laps long.
Yeah, let's see how we get on. I just need to get to track. I've not
Just wanna
tried this
highlight-
car yet.
Sorry, I just want to highlight when you. Oh, yeah, I see that car as well. Oh dear. Yeah, when you wheel spin on concrete, it sounds different to wheel spin on asphalt. There you go.
That is good detail,
That is a detail.
along with the grass.
Just gonna get some tire temp into this Porsche. You can see the load. You can see there as well. Like, look at the textures loading in front of me on the outside of the corner. In terms of right now, though, I do feel like I'm still having the same issues. So it doesn't seem as egregious at the moment, but it doesn't feel full. So what I'm gonna maybe do is see if I can spectate one of you guys, and I'll see if that actually looks okay. Because there's no point ploughing on with it in this state, to be honest.
Right. Just don't spectate me on cold tyres with no ABS.
Oh, that sounds like an invitation to me.
Oh, no. Don't.
Ross,
don't
where's
do it.
Ross?
Oh no.
We'll see how this looks, because I've not actually. We'll see if because I'm not driving. I wonder if that'll make things a bit smoother. So I don't think
Yeah,
we can
to the
change.
person who asked, is this game better than Rennsport? We're not going to answer that, but I will say definitively this particular car does not have the same afflictions that the Rennsport version does.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Yeah.
So we cannot. So I'm spectating Ross right now, but I can't change camera angle, things like that. So I see him locking up though, Ross.
Have you tried pressing a button?
I have
That must
tried
be a
pressing
graphical
buttons.
bug.
Oh, hang on.
Yes,
Tom,
that's
you
what
were
it is.
right. I had to press escape, and then suddenly I've got the options back. You were right to say, have you tried pressing buttons? Now I can do it.
Oh, I quite like the turning of this car. Oh, but a bit understeery there. Oh,
Oh, Ross, I can see what Ross is doing. He's tire warming.
yeah, so am I.
Brake dragon. See the
Tires are
smoke?
very cold though.
Okay, so interestingly,
Still.
when you're spectating someone else online, you can't go in like cockpit cam. So you've got the TV view, you've got bonnet cam, you've got this chase cam, and then you've got the roof cam, I guess, which is very similar to bonnet cam. So there's your 4 views. Ooh.
That didn't work.
I find.
I
Oh, sorry, Tom, on you go.
no, I was just going to say I'm not very good, so I interrupted you there. Nothing.
That's important
What's
stuff.
what's the chat saying? Any good questions?
So can you spectate PS5 gameplay? But the thing is, and how's the PS5? So you've already answered how the PS5 is a few times, but the oh, I've just quit.
I can't
No.
check spectate because I am driving at the minute.
I think it's just. I think I've in trying to get off of out of that view. I'm gone from the server.
Oh dear.
Can I get back in? Hang on. Let's see if I can get back in.
Unlikely, I would
I
say.
can register
Try
for
it.
the next one probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So I tried to back out of watching Ross to go and watch Tom for a second, and it quit the lobby. So
Did
there you
you
go.
press the button?
Probably. Probably. But the thing is, it's not. You
Oh,
don't.
shit.
You don't get like a thing that says, "Would you like to leave the lobby?" Is it all that kind of stuff? It's and it was the same with going into spectate mode, where I was having to actually escape, even though there was no. Like, for example, there was no option for options or spectate mode until I hit the escape button, and then suddenly they all appear. But then if you hit the escape button at the wrong moment, apparently you quit the server. So it's just not very clear. I think I'll say that. And I might have made a big mistake there, and we're learning. It's the first time we've done it, but I didn't think it was very clear. Anyway,
Well, do we continue this race? I mean,
well, you guys need to continue it for the sake of learning.
for the
our
review, we
ranked.
have to. Yeah.
But I think for me,
So-
that's probably going to be it.
Do you want to do a couple more questions and single player bit, and then call it a stream?
I think we'll have to.
Yeah.
I need to go and investigate what these problems are as well, and try and do it. Yeah.
I also think that
Sorry.
when we will investigate your issues, John, and if there is a remedy, or the day one patch fixes it and things, then please stay subscribed, they're supporting John in his amazing live streams, he will do some more on this game. He doesn't know it, but we just decided just now.
Someone's asked to see the graphics on Mac, so I'm going to do that.
Cool.
Yeah, but main screen could be, the thing is, go back to main screen could be the main screen of the like lobby when you can, you know, go to track or spectate and all that. It didn't say main menu. I get what you mean. Like, I'm sure, you know, there are things there, but I just automatically there clicked out. I'm going to show you what the game looks like on full graphics.
Just quickly while you do that, Ross, do you want to give a lowdown, quick verdict on the Porsche? We're in the 911 Cup.
Yeah. It's okay. It feels very knife edgy. Like you can't really once you've hit the brakes, you can't really do anything with it. You can't. It feels like you can't modulate the brake pedal.
Okay.
It just kind of feels on or off at the moment.
I think it's all right for me.
Oh.
I mean, I'm not very quick, but I'm
Yeah,
getting used to it. I'm getting the hang of
I'm
it.
just struggling to get like the fine detail.
I mean, I'm locking the brakes up on entry, but I think it's kind of my fault for doing that. Although I did just lose it then, so maybe you're right.
So Tom is playing on PlayStation 5. You can hear him, but he's not streaming that, so there is no POV from PlayStation. But in our review coming out next week, when the game launches, we will have capture and footage from the PS5 version where we analyze that and talk about that. So before the game, or at least on release day of the game, you will be able to see the PlayStation stuff. So that's that. I'm gonna just to show, someone was asking about seeing the game on full graphics, so I'm just gonna bump it all up a little bit. I may need to do a. I'm still on 2K instead of 4K, but the stream's 2K anyway, so it should be fine. Let's just go on the Ultra preset and see if we survive.
Best of luck.
We're not going to, by the way. It's not going to run at all smoothly, but hopefully it gives you a quick look. Yes, the Praga is a mod. Praga is a mod.
Oh yeah, you could show them that as well afterwards. Not the driving necessarily, but the mod HUD in the menus and stuff.
Yeah. So this is not going to be smooth at all because I cannot run this game on full graphics. But this is what the Ultra preset looks like visually. So you can see flags waving in the grandstands and stuff on the left. You've got quite jagged edges on those trees. Ooh. This is you.
My first spin.
Yeah, so I've got Alt R running in the background, which you guys can't see. Sorry, I've interrupted Ross's spin, but he'll thank me for that. GPU's running pretty high at times, so it's running anywhere between 70 and 97%. Basically switching, and now it's going 60%, and a second ago it was 94%, so GPU's running all the way over there. CPU's running around about 50%. And you can obviously see the frame rate, pretty much what you see is pretty similar to what I'll have, just slightly worse. But it's more just, I mean, this is on Ultra graphics, so I just want to show you what the graphics capabilities are at this time of day on this track. But I think based on our testing, you're going to need a pretty beefy PC, let's put it like that, to get graphics running on Ultra. And obviously this is only on PC, so Tom's playing on console. He doesn't have those same graphic settings, and I believe based on what we've seen so far, it doesn't look like it does on Ultra on PC when you're running on PlayStation 5.
I feel like I have to drive this Porsche on eggshells. Like the inputs are so tiny. I have to be so precise.
I want to show you the downloadable content stuff, guys. This is also interesting. So, downloadable content. This is one of the things that I have to say has been impressive so far, where basically you've got, I'm going to get rid of my face as well. So you've got different categories within the mod hub here. So you've got vehicles, packages, liveries, and career events. So essentially, in the vehicles part, you can see there where not only mods, but also weirdly DLC packs are. So the Group 5 Revival Pack and the GTE Decade Pack are DLC, but they're appearing here in Mod Hub. So when you click on that, I'm pretty sure it links you to a website that doesn't exist yet, but will exist. So that's an interesting integration. You've then got this Praga Bohema, which I've actually got installed. But you can view the mod, you can read about it, you can see who created it, the size, the history, the availability, some pictures, and then you can use the enter button to install it. So I'm going to uninstall it actually. I'm going to uninstall it so that I can reinstall it. There's also livery packs, so let's just go to liveries. You've got different GT4 packs, you've got the Corvette pack here. Simple as that, you just click enter a few times and boom, it's installing. Let's also install the Porsche 992 livery pack. There you go. And there you go. And in the installed section, you can see all the liveries. Then we're going to go to, well, packages. You can see there's the DLC packs there. We're going to go to the Praga, and we're going to install the Praga. Add it to downloads. You've then got this downloads page, and you can see now, because we're installing the Praga, it appears in the downloads page. I don't see any kind of progress bar or anything, but it's there. And then in theory, when this finishes downloading, it should disappear from the downloads page and reappear in the installed category. So we're going to see that hopefully in a second. Or if I back out now, it's already gone. And then go to installed, and boom, there's the Praga Bohema. Easy to uninstall, one click of a button. And now,
John, apparently when you left the session, it said, "Are you sure you want to quit?" And you went, "Yes."
yeah, well there you go. Too fast. Okay. So now you'll see the Praga. So if we go into Race Weekend, there's an extra class at the end, which isn't in the game if you don't download the mods. And you've got a track day class. So basically, from that, I can take every kind of mod that's integrated in the game, will be put into either an existing class or will create a new class relative to the car. So obviously, a Praga Bohema is a track day car. It's in a new track day category. And then we can select that car.
Yeah, GTE is in the same scenario if you have the version with those cars.
So if we go for Lime Rock Park, for instance. Throw in some AI cars, and I'll do a very quick race. We'll see if it's running smoothly. Obviously, as you guys have known, if you're stuck around for this whole stream, first of all, thank you so much. Hopefully, it's given you an idea of what you can expect with certain things. But we'll see if my issues here are coming up with an AI race. So the other thing about the mod cars is obviously we've only got one example at the moment, which is the Praga. So we'll have to wait and see what happens when more mod cars are introduced. But I don't know if the AI balancing is the same on mods, because one thing I noticed during one of the early access previews that we got back in Sim Racing Expo, and we did a video on this at the time, it was our first chance trying the AI, and we only obviously did a couple of different scenarios, and there was a bit of a mixed bag. The hypercar class, or the GTP class, or whatever you want to call it, LMDH, though there was clearly an issue there where they would like stop in the middle of the road and block the road. There was something wasn't right, and Ian Bell had commented on the video saying that that class was still being balanced. Now, what I will say is, since trying this game with this build, and with what is essentially version 1.0, the AI, we didn't see that issue at all. So they seem to have solved that issue. However, there are still some quirks with the AI, which obviously we'll talk about a lot in the review. However, with mod cars, I don't know if that is... I've got practice. Hang on, I wanted to go straight into a race. I don't know if that balancing is a thing. Yeah, of course you can.
Very sorry, I know you're talking about AI and showing the mod, but we were speculating earlier about dedicated servers or peer-to-peer.
Yeah.
So the official line is, I'm mid-race here, but I'll slow down and read this out. It's a hybrid approach with what they call low latency peer-to-peer connection for all the vehicles data between players. So peer-to-peer between players for the cars. They say, as I try and navigate a chicane, hang on, this is terrible reporting. Try and keep it as accurate representation as possible of the other player's position. So that's using peer-to-peer. However, they use dedicated servers to handle anti-cheat and state management in a secure environment.
Okay.
So peer-to-peer for the cars, movements, what you see on the track, and dedicated servers for some of the behind-the-scenes stuff is my interpretation of that statement. Back to it, John. Sorry about that.
Yeah. No, I was failing to. I think it's just me that's the problem. I was failing to change the race settings properly and turn on the race, turn off practice. It's a little bit funky. I have noticed that sometimes you have to, like, if you go in and change settings, you can't back out. Then it doesn't save. You have to like confirm it, and that sounds like a really simple thing, and it is a really simple thing. But I've noticed there's been a few times where I've thought I've changed a setting, and it turns out I haven't because I've not actually saved it. So that is just something. But as you saw earlier with me quitting the race when I was trying to spectate, I do have a tendency sometimes to just be terrible and click the wrong buttons and like not be able to successfully pull it off. Thanks so much for all the comments, as always. Right, we're going to do a race in the Praga. Now, I have an idea of how this is going to go, but I'm not going to say it. We're going to see what happens first. So, we're at the back of the grid. It's going to be a standing start. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, good start. Remember to keep the nose clean. It's turn 1.
Oh, I forgot to change the graphics down from Ultra. Anticlimax. Classic. We're going to go balanced just to get this running a bit more smooth. Trying to juggle too many things at once. This is now, it always freezes a little bit when you change these settings, so bear with until it unfreezes. There we go. Right, let's see what happens. Okay, 2 cars have crashed into... Oh, I've gone off. Hang on a minute. Well, you saw 2 cars crash into each other in front of me, so let's just try that again, shall we? That was very much caught out with the rear.
Keep focused.
It's a tricky car to drive, by the way, this one. Not helped when you don't basically rev match on the downshifts, because you can still quite easily lose the rear. So I need to try and be very careful. Okay, one car, AI car's gone off onto the grass. That's fine. Ugh. Instant rear lock. As soon as I touch the brake pedal. To be fair, one AI car went wide, but that was about it on that particular occasion. Let's just do a lap or two just to see if we get the feeling okay, and then I'll try one more time. This car is so tricky. It's just very, very sensitive to the rear overtaking you into the corner, so you've got to kind of do a bit of throttle management, which I wouldn't necessarily expect with this car in real life, just with the modern technology and everything. Even though I expect it to be an absolute brute to drive, I wouldn't expect it to be so difficult on the kind of braking and downshifting, but that does seem to be a kind of behavior that's comes across quite a lot of the different cars. That time it was okay. Faster corners are okay. There it is. Transition. And straight away, we're round. So it is a difficult beast to tame. We'll try one more time, see if we can actually stick with the AI at all, but I don't think we can in this car, put it that way. I've tried already. In other cars I can be fine against the AI, but not in this. Traction control kicks in a lot as well when you're on acceleration. Ooh, there you go. And around we go. So yeah, I find it very, very challenging to drive with the default setup and everything. Very, very challenging indeed. It's not AI, it's not cold tires either. It's if you look at the bottom right, so you've got tire temps here. They're not super hot, but they are warm. So like 90 degrees is for this game is near a sweet spot, I would say. So this is not cold tires. But the setup just feels, it's almost as if the rake is very extreme. So what I have tried in this car in the past, and I'll maybe try it again in a second, is lowering the rake essentially. But you see how it's just, it's like the traction control kicks in very strongly, and then the rear is just an absolute nightmare. There it is again, it's that transition, and off we go. So yeah, it's an absolute animal. If we go to the car setup, let's just have a wee look here. So for instance, if I put a little bit more brake bias towards the front, ABS is on 8. I'm going to take down the traction control because that kicks in a bit too strong. We'll take the brake pressure down just a little bit. Shouldn't really make much difference. I want to just basically reverse any kind of rake. So we want to raise the front of the car and lower the rear of the car, which is not going to make us fast. It shouldn't. Who knows? I've not really been able to properly play around with this yet, and I'm not usually the setup guru. But we'll also add some rear wing. So just some basic changes, and hopefully, I mean, the setups obviously are something that can be tweaked with time and obviously to personal preference, but let's try that now. See if it's a little bit more manageable. Whoa, just when it steps on those bumps. Right, slowly, slowly. There we are. Whoop. I'm not getting a smooth frame rate either, which really isn't helping. I think that's massively affecting how I'm driving as well. Fast corners are okay. Downforce tends to kick in. Feels pretty planted. It's just weak transitional phases and bumps and slow corners, things like that. Oh, that was too fast. That was on me. Anyway. There's a mod car. You've got a first look at a mod car. But yeah. Unfortunately, guys, this was going to be a multiplayer testing stream, and thankfully, whilst my colleagues Ross and Tom have soldiered on and tested some multiplayer stuff for me. By the way, how's ranked racing going?
Ross is winning.
Okay.
Ross is moving up to Division 1 very quickly here.
Yep.
So yes, this was going to obviously be a demonstration multiplayer, but I'm having issues on my end that don't seem to be happening to Ross and Tom.
I mean, frame rates are very inconsistent still. So I'm not actually battling anyone. I'm like 5 seconds ahead. But if I was battling someone, I'd be very worried because yeah, it's the performance is a bit too choppy to like give me confidence like racing side by side.
Yeah. What graphics settings are you running on, Ross? Like roughly?
So I've taken them like quite far down from what was on initially. So it's kind of more medium sort of settings.
Yeah. So I think.
But yeah, I'd be tempted to reduce it even further.
Yeah. I think without, again, without drawing like any definitive verdicts and conclusions and just kind of going off of feeling at the moment, it appears to me that you're going to want a beefy PC, like a very beefy PC, to run the game smoothly, without having to compromise a lot on the visuals, which is common, I guess, for racing games nowadays. But I don't have these sorts of problems with games that are 10 years old now that still look good. I know it's changed a lot over the years, but it's interesting. It's like a Rensport, weirdly enough, a week ago, despite various flaws across the game, the performance and stuff for me was super smooth. I didn't have to touch the graphics. I left them on a pretty high setting, and I was able to get 60 frames almost perfectly, almost flawlessly all times. I think maybe 2 or 3 times I dropped a frame, or I had a micro freeze for a tenth of a second across days of testing. So it's clearly possible for me to run things on this PC and run things smoothly. And I obviously play LMU, and I've got that running not completely flawlessly all the time, but I'm able to play the game on reasonable graphic settings and have it, really smoothly racing 60 FPS. Same on iRacing, I've never had any issues there. I can always run on high graphics. So it's possible, but of course every single game is built differently, different graphics engines, all of these sorts of things. And whatever's going on with my PC, whatever issues I'm having with this game, I don't know if I'm going to be the only one. I don't know if it's going to be other folk, but all we can do is call what we're seeing right now. And it sounds like it's better for some than others, but it's not perfect for anyone. I think that's kind of the vibe I'm getting so far.
Well put.
So yeah.
More soon.
Yes.
TM.
Yes. So for anyone, one more time, I'm going to say it one more time for everyone at the back and for anyone who's just joined the stream. We will be posting a review of this game next week, around about when the game launches. So I highly recommend, as I would with any games, watch a review first, have a think about it, see what it's like, and then go from there. That's all I would say.
Thank you for watching.
Yeah, that's pretty much going to be it, to be honest, for today. Unfortunately, we're not really able to show you much more in terms of multiplayer. And we're going to go away, test the game more. I'm going to try and find solutions to this problem with the performance, because if that continues, then I just can't race online ever, which is not great. So I'm going to go and search for solutions, and thank you all so much for watching. I'm sorry it maybe wasn't as entertaining as you'd hoped, but it's all we can do. It's all we can do.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.
Cheers, mate.
PlayStation
Thanks, mate.
Racer.
Bye.
Cheers, guys. Right. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you again early next week, and hopefully Ross wins this race. Because I'm definitely not. All right. Nice to see you again, Jay. Thanks, everyone. See you soon.
Bye.
Bye.